Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. In the last video, I was getting the Glaive Prime ranked up and
misplaced those memories.
Running down with the Glaive in Sanctuary Onslaught to get it ranked up and kind of checking, you know, how it compared to, say, the Zorus. And yeah, overall, it's, I mean, nearly double the stats across the board. Seemed to function really, really well. No surprises. Was absolutely worth grinding to get, in my opinion. I had a suspicion it would be a good weapon when I saw, oh, Glaive Prime, yeah. So cool. Another one of the very small handful of primes that I have. Today, what we're going to be doing, I have done some background work. I am getting very close to the next rank up with the Zaramon, the Kavya, as well as the, what was the other one I was working on over at Fortuna. But I have to wait on the timer to reset before I can do some more work on that. So I decided I would jump in to do something that I have been rather remiss in paying attention to for some time, and I've only done it once, and that is, it was a unique Tyana Pass. That's it, Tyana Pass. Mirror defense. Okay, so there is an open squad, Corpus and Grenier. I'm not that worried about it. I don't remember who I was using last time I did this. It was probably Rhino, truth be told. But I remember you were flying around trying to grab these kind of crystalline pickups. So I think Titania with her ultimate mobility is going to be a good choice here. So that's what I'm going to work on today. I'm going to work on Tyana Pass. I know you need to grind a lot of this to get all the parts you need to craft Citrine. I feel like it was Citrine.
Tenno, you're here to defend something that defies my own understanding of the Void. These crystals need you. Stop the Grenier and Corpus.
Old War. Warframe made crystal caskets. Caskets for who? Belric and Bronya. Mighty good genes they had, yes. Genes for the two men. Smash the crystals, take the genes, do the science. My two men get stronger.
See, I can just kind of fly around and grab all these things. No problem. Which is precisely why I decided to use Titania. Nope, that's not it. Ah, traps. More down here. Another big swath. Yeah, Titania just makes super quick and easy work of this.
Trouble on Venus. Get through that void tunnel.
Yep. There go. Get back to the task at hand. My bad, guys. Looks like there's some up here. There. Beautiful. Yeah, Titania definitely seems like the way to go on this.
Ranya's crystals.
I mean, of course, you could use a lot of different frames, but Titania just makes this easy. Jade can fly. I think Wisp can fly. I haven't used Wisp yet. I have the Wisp Prime. I haven't used her yet. I remember several people in my comments telling me a while back that Wisp is a really, really strong frame. Don't know anything about them. Yeah. I'll keep going.
Tenno, you're here to defend something that defies my own understanding of the Void. These crystals need you. Stop the Grineer and Corpus.
Yep. Definitely need to get through to the next place.
2 men. Try again. Pitter, pitter, pitter. Rodents snatch crystals from sick demos. Stashed one on Venus. Stashed one on Mars. Void kiss tangled up like crystals.
We hear you, Regger.
2 men. Smash this tunnel. Stop the rodents.
More over there. Cluster over there. The cluster up here.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Playing Titania is like hitting the easy button. Yep, nicely done. Another swath over there. Another swath over here. Few over here. cluster over here.
Corpus forces have regrouped.
Okay.
Go.
We shall go.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Nice work.
These crystals formed on Deimos ages ago. Now they are being exploited by smugglers. Belric and Rania deserve better than that.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the lore behind why we were doing what we were doing over here, to be honest with you. It's been a while since I did this setup for this. There. Need 10 more.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Is that right?
Seek out Citrine's remnants to protect Belric and Rania's crystals.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know how long it'll take to get, the individual parts. Obviously, it'll take a decent chunk of grinding, which is totally fine. So I probably won't show all of the rounds that I'm grinding this, but I'll try to go till I have at least enough to pick up one part.
One more trip through the tunnel.
You know what? I'll back out just to take stock of where we are. That's definitely longer than the first time and only time that I've done this. So I'm just curious. That was a little under 20 minutes of runtime.
Objective is secure. Let's
So we
go
got
home.
76 Rania crystal fragments, 75 Belric, or 75 of each. Corufell blueprint, yeah. Alright, so I don't remember with whom we interacted to actually trade stuff in towards Citrine. Okay, so I'm gonna just pop around a few different places to see if I can remember. I guess I'll start in Cetus. Calm is fine. Then we'll go to Fortuna. Then we'll go to Deimos. Where else? Cetus, Fortuna, Deimos. Is there any other place with NPCs with which to interact? I don't think so. Let's just fast travel to Kanzu.
You pay me in red. I pay you in silver.
All right, guys, I got it. Of course, this is the last one I decided to check. It's Otak. Gosh, it's just been so many months I forgot. So let's see what happens with
And then
unearthed
Citrine
citrine.
punch the asteroid. Pow!
Okay, so yeah, it
Otak
takes a
does like to
lot of
mix up
these
his
parts.
stories.
So you've got to do some grinding. Is there any other means of getting citrine outside of these gems? What was this for? This is for
Well,
tokens.
Poot. Oh, playing it coy, huh? I get it.
Alright guys, so it looks like I just need to go back and grind for a bit. So I'm going to go grind some Tyana Pass and I will be back. So I'll do a quick cut. We'll see if we can get at least one of these parts and then I'm going to move on to something else. But now that it's fresh in my memory, I'll remember where I need to go to grab citrine as I continue working on this. So I was just looking for something different to do while I'm waiting on the reset for the factions. So we'll do a cut. We'll come back after we run some more Tyana Pass, and then we'll be back at it. All right, guys. So I just finished up grinding out the Tyana Pass. That did not take too terribly long, all things considered, because it could have taken upwards of, I forget, 1,500, 1,600, maybe slightly more of the various crystals of the blue and the red each. But looked like you could possibly get drops from the things that Otak sells in the middle of running that, and I got rather lucky. The first one I had that dropped was the Citrine blueprint itself, which was the most expensive of everything in there. It was 500. So I got that,
Diamonds, yes, but it
and
also creates rubble.
then I got the neuroptics to drop, but while I was grinding it, I also got the chassis to drop, and so the only one that I needed to purchase with those crystals was the Citrine systems, but I was also trying to finish getting the rest of the parts I needed for the Corufell. I had a couple of those drops, so I only had to purchase one of those as well. So all in all, it didn't take that long to grind and was extremely effective using Titania. That was easily the smart call on how to do it, though you can see for actually getting citrine going in the background, I am going to need to get some argon crystals in order to craft the neuroptics. Then I can start getting that crafted. I've got what I need for everything else. So what I'm going to do is just stick with Titania. Titania is always who I use when I run for argon crystal farming. Normally doesn't take that long, so I'm going to pop over, whoops, not Zariman, to the Void. And we're just going to jump on Heap Hit on solo. I like doing the capture mission because the objective is super fast and you're not on a timer, so I can just get the objective done, then finish sweeping the entirety of the map. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to show this grind. I'm just talking to you guys as I'm jumping in, getting ready to do my thing. So I'm going to do a quick little argon crystal farm, and then I will cut and we'll get citrine crafted and move on to something else. But all in all, not bad. Didn't take too long. Alright guys, that was pretty quick. Just took 2 runs and I found what I need. So we're going to come in here and get citrine's parts going. Let's start with systems, fine. Chassis, fine. Neuroptics, fine. There we go. So we'll have one more in the ever-growing pile there. Already got the Corufell started. So what do I have going on in here right now? Garuda, not quite 2 days. Nidus, not quite 2 days. Itzel, a little over a day. guy, or I'm going to leave in there so I don't forget about it. And then a citrine coming behind it. So yeah, guys, that took care of a good chunk of what I needed to do on that side of the equation. I don't recall if there is any additional
Operator?
frame that's like citrine that was tied to me going back to do something that I had yet to do. Though what I think I'm going to do right now is pop onto Dante, but what I want to do is jump over to the foundry here and take a peek at parts for one more. Yeah, of course. There's the Deviri, those that are tied to Deviri. So Kularo is going to be one. And then I know Voruna is tied to running things on Lua for Thrax Plasma, which is another kind of separate thing. But Caliban is another one, and I feel like I might have gotten these parts from running bounties on Fortuna, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe it was from somewhere else. It possibly was from the Zaramon. So Caliban, I will have to figure out here where I can get the chassis and the blueprint. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start first by heading over to Fortuna just to see if I'm crazy. That would be the most logical place. But I guess it could also have been from possibly Deimos bounties or Zaramon bounties, because I've run a ton of bounties all over the place as of late. But I'm going to start by checking Fortuna. Let's say busy in case I'm right. And I want to jump in a bounty real quick, so I'm looking for a Caliban chassis. Not that it takes too long to run over to Utico, but let's just fast travel.
Too much coolant into the ground too fast. Displaced thermia has to go somewhere. Now we've
Caliban
got thermia
systems
fractures threatening to roast Fortuna. Nav can fix this, but he won't. Instead, he's got that mucking exploiter orb harvesting the surface thermia for quick profit. Get out there, locate a fracture, and I'll help you seal it.
So, yeah, I got the systems from Utico, but I have no clue where I got the other parts. It's obviously not there, so I'm just going to leave Fortuna. Next place I'm going to check is the Zaramon to see if somehow it was tied to the Zaramon. Chrysalith. We'll just say busy again in case I do want to jump in and actually run one. Maybe Utico had the other part that I have. I guess it would be the neuroptics. So where do you get the chassis and the blueprint itself, I wonder? I have no idea. But what I do want to do, since I am focusing on kind of grinding things that need to be grinded for other possible frames in the background, what I will do is I'm going to pull up Lua and I'm going to see if I can recall conjunction. Yeah, it's these conjunction ones. So Yuvarium and Circulus. One is Orican. That's also Orican. I wonder why that's so much higher of a difficulty than this. You know what? Let's just say public. Make it go quicker. I'll keep Dante. And we'll see if we can get us some Thrax Plasma. If I recall correctly, all the parts are pretty expensive. You need like 75, I think.
The Oregon Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Okay, that feels like that's probably enough.
All manner of Oricon technology may work here due to the Circulus's proximity. If you have a neck, you may use it.
Run down there and check that while I'm here. God, yeah, you never know what's in them. Ah, they must have been the new ones. There we go. Where's my guy going? He's just hanging out. What's up, my guy? It's funny using Dante against low-level big groups of enemies because he just melts the room. Yeah, I don't want to head down that way. Looks like everybody's still got plenty of overshields here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get it done, and then we'll see how much Thorax Plasma
Mission
we pull out of this.
Excellent work, Tenno.
6, yeah, it takes a while. The bit that I have, I did grind in here for a good few hours, so. Voruna is a little more grindy, say, than Citrine. Citrine, you can play 10-12 minutes and come out with, 100 of each crystal. This, yeah, you can't really do it, which is fine, I suppose.
The system continues to fall into chaos. Check navigation for active invasions.
So actually, yeah, I'm curious. That was 6. I'm curious to see what I have in terms of Thorax Plasma relative to what it costs. Obviously, I could go to my inventory, see how much I have, but I want to double check what it costs for all of these individual Voruna parts. I feel like at least Voruna itself is 75, and then the individual parts outside of that, I don't recall. And then, of course, it costs for weapons as well. So let's just go talk to
For
Yonta one
hours
more
I spent
time.
struggling to understand eternalism, and here you are, embodying it.
Nope, it's not that. It's the bottom one. So I have the neuroptics, which I guess I've had for a while. But then 75 for the other two parts each, 125 for the blueprint, and then 50 for the weapon crafting parts, and then 100 for one of the weapons. Sarafang, I don't know where I got that. I probably got it from a relic, I'm assuming, at some point. At any rate, we know we're going to have to grind this for a bit, guys. So, yeah, again, this is just one of those things where showing the runs is probably, you know, not the most necessary thing in the world because it's going to take hours and hours of grinding. So I'm going to leave the chrysolith. I'm going to start doing some work to try to get this prepped in the background. And, yeah, once I get at least close to having another part, we'll check back in and then move on from there. So cut, and we'll be back. All right, guys, so the timer for bounties and getting rep with the various factions has reset because it's the next day. So where I want to finish off is I'm going to work on a little additional rep over in Fortuna and hope that I get some Aya to drop while I'm running these because I only have 8 left and I still need to do some grinding for the remaining Ember Prime parts that I'd like to get. I also saw that Limbo Prime is up for an option, and maybe even Mesa Prime, which I don't know anything yet about Limbo or Mesa. Obviously, I know Ember. I've played Ember. And Ember is the next existing frame that I want to test for possible Steel Path. So getting the Prime variant would be really cool. So that's the one I'm going to focus first. But nonetheless, we're going to head back over to Fortuna. And I'll just say busy. That's fine. Have a better chance for more people jumping in to grind these along with me. I think it's going to be the one that has 5 stages that has a chance at Aya for an uncommon drop, but it's a relatively small drop pool, so let's just double check.
Don't let Zood's attitude skew
I'm going to
you.
check my standing first. I know got a little ways to go. Yep, 28,595. I can get up to 23,500 in a single day. So it'll take me a few more days, which is fine. For the rank up, I've got the bonds and credits I'll need for the next rank up, which is great. So yeah, I just need to grind the rep out. And this is the one I like to do. Yep, the normal variant. Scorched Earth, that's fine. With any luck, we'll get some Aya in some of these segments as we're running it.
Now get out there and void some mucking warranties.
So I'll just do one quick run. We'll call it a day at that. I'll come back and grind when I'm done, but you know, just trying to get a little additional luck. And also, I did not forget the other place on Earth where you can get the Archon mods and other assorted parts, including Styanax. So I do know there's one more related to running those missions, so no problem there.
Smokefinger's pointing me to a rich resource deposit. Corpus team's closing in.
I will be running that to get the Styanax parts. I'll probably finish getting the Archon shards, but I think I'll focus the frame first since I already got the ones that I was most keen to grab. Nothing from those.
Excavator offline. Find a power cell fast.
Power cell. Any power cells up there? Nope. Not up there either.
Well, enemies are spawning in, but nobody with the power cells on their back, which is always fun when that happens. Up, there's one. Let's pick that lone one up. This one needs a little love. There's one there. Get that in. May as well top this off while we're standing here. Do they have any? They do. Perfect. Got a couple there. Got one more over here. Got a couple more. Okay, that one's full. That's C. So let's run this back up to AB. We need them over at B. There's another one on the ground. Hopefully this will be close. Yep, we're full. All right, great. May as well get the old overshield on for everybody that can grab it.
That's a full roll and we didn't lose a single extractor. A perfect drone. Now let's get back on mission.
Okay, good enough. We can head out.
Once they clock what you're doing, they'll react. Then it's all diminishing returns. Time's short. Go, go, go. Keep going. Take out the same amount again for this to be worth it.
Any second now. Yep, and we got some Aya. That's beautiful.
Toward the end, their emergency comms got really
That's what you like to see.
I want you to check something out.
Yeah, and I know that Aya is a possible drop from a lot of different bounties, but frankly, I find the Fortuna ones to be the quickest and easiest to get through. So this is normally where I do Aya farming.
Gathering site for Corpus resources.
Maybe there's a better
Now's
way
the
or
time
place to
hit.
do it, but that's
So hit
what
it.
I've kind of settled on every time new Prime Resurgence rolls over, and I'm looking to
Snatch it before the locals do.
grind for some Prime drops.
Another shipment. Move fast. Case retrieved.
Head over here. This one should be no problem. Really? Gonna run up on me like that? Wow. He's only going to be quick. Okay, I really like him. More like Dante. Run back down here. Nope. Yep, we're good there. Neurodes. I mean, you need those for a lot of stuff anyway. It's not a big deal. Let's see where we head for this final stage.
Nothing riles the corpus like income loss. Steal their cash, but do it fast. You don't have long. When the headman shows up, take him out.
That's right.
You got their attention. Keep it up. They figured out what.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if my Itzel is done crafting yet. I've been using the Odonata this entire time. Oh, wow, that was super fast. Great.
A regular stiletto in the night, you are.
Okay.
It was over before it began.
Well, Fortuna's just right there. I guess I'll just fly over there. Oh, Dante, don't get caught under the edge of the truck. I think that might be a limbo there to my right. It's fine. I don't actually care if the host leaves at the end. A lot of people tend to leave. The ones where I see people like to roll it the most is when you're running Zaramon bounties. I grinded so many of the ones that could drop in Trotty Lanthorn. I must have grinded that 20 some odd times in a row. I got Lanthorn to drop one time. It was super fun. I know there's other ways you can get it, but that's been the most reliable. Eventually, if I just keep running it, the way it always goes is it drops and rains from the sky. Wow, 4 Aya for that? That's huge. It drops and rains from the sky like candy when you're not actively going for it. But whenever you're actively, oh man, I need that, you feel like you just grinding, and it never drops. But anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to wrap up today. I was just trying to put some energy and focus on some other stuff that I have to do in the background. So working towards Voruna, I will be working towards Styanax and also working towards... I forget what the other one that I was working on now, where I started. But at any rate, like I said, you know, a while back, once I finally tripped over into Steel Path, I'm trying not to get overwhelmed with all the million of things that I have going on at once. Just try to focus one at a time. I know I kind of hopped and skipped around 3 different things, but since you know, it's all kind of in small little pieces. Citrine, which I already finished. That was the other one. So Voruna and Styanax are the 2 I have left. Looks like Corufell may be done, so let's grab that. Yes, we'll pick that up. We will grab that. My citrine parts are done, so we'll pick up the citrine parts.
Do you know which finger the corpus used to count them?
I have another Forma that's ready. Gruda has a bit to go. Itzel has a bit to go. Nidus has a bit to go. Geyer, I'm going to leave in there so I don't forget about it. So yeah, let's get citrine crafting. I think that I'll have what I need, right? Yeah, plenty of ore can sell. I get those from the extractors often. I always drop at least one on somewhere where Orkin cells can possibly drop for you. But yeah, guys, that was a pretty good focus here. I did this over the course of a few days, but that was kind of the gist. Just trying to focus down on some other things that I can do in the background outside of just running Steel Path. Of course, there's always Prime Resurgence to chase. So having just done a single bounty and pulled 4 Aya, that's pretty huge. I had 8. I should now have 12. I think it's quickest to just check it from here if I go to Prime Resurgence and hover down on Pick a Relic. Yep, 12. So 4 Aya in a single run, that's just absolutely massive. That's probably the most Aya I've had drop from a single bounty that I've done to date, and I am not remotely mad about it. But in my experience, if you're going for all of the parts for a single Prime frame, you're going to need at least 20 to 25 Aya just because of RNG. And I don't tend to grab, 3, 4, 5 of each relic at once and go for it. I grab them one at a time because on the off chance you get lucky and you get the part you need from that specific relic, there's no reason to have a bunch of Aya tied up into it. I guess you could, in theory, hang on to the relics and sell them on the market after, the specific prime frame that drops is, you know, off on its limited time. But right now we've got a fair bit of time here. I don't know how long it is on Mesa, so I may want to go after that one as well sooner than later, because obviously Ember has, you know, a little over 2 months to go. Mesa, I have no idea. And I know I have at least one part for Mesa, so let's just take stock. Quick little check. Last thing I do here before we roll over. Mesa. I know nothing about Mesa. I'm guessing I've played with some people that have used Mesa. I just have the blueprint, so I need the 3 parts, which is not bad. Normally the blueprints take a little longer to drop in my experience. Haven't used Mesa yet. It says they're gunslingers, so they might be pretty fun to use. I'm guessing they're going to function like a good weapons platform. But anyway, that's it, guys. A lot of stuff to continue grinding in the background, but that at least put me back on the path on going down and after a few things that I've kind of just forgotten about. I've been so heavily grinding my Kavia standing and standing with the other kind of factions and syndicates, as it were, including these, and picking up you know, the new mods as quickly as I can, that I just kind of forgot about some of these other things in the background. And it also switches it up, gives me something a little bit different to do than day in and day out when I jump in and have time to play going after the exact same thing over and over again. But nonetheless, guys, that is going to do it. I feel really good about, you know, the work I've put in up to here. I already got Citrine grabbed and have it crafting now, so next is those last few Voruna parts, and then going back over to the area on Earth to get the Styanax parts and the remaining Archon mods from Chipper. So that's the other 2 big ones I have in the background, on top of just slowly, steadily chipping away at the standing I need for the next rank ups. Yeah, guys, regardless, that is going to do it for today. As always, I do sincerely appreciate you checking in, and we will catch you on the next one.